Hello YouTube family, this is my third and final video for today, and it's a lot more lighter than the other two. Again, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, please subscribe if you're not subscribed and you're watching this and enjoying it, and hit the bell for notifications. And this last video is dealing with the kerfuffle regarding Kylie Jenner, and that is there was a makeup artist, Sam Rhoda. He was in an auto accident in the hospital. He needed surgery. His family put up a GoFundMe page. Apparently Kylie Jenner heard through her makeup artist that he had been in an accident. She had previously worked with Rhoda, however his name is pronounced. Hopefully I'm getting it somewhere close to right. They worked together in the past, and there was a GoFundMe page initially set up. According to Kylie Jenner, when she first went to the GoFundMe page, it was seeking a goal of $10,000. She donated $5,000, halfway to the goal. Actually, she said when she went there, it had collected $6,000 of the $10,000 requested. She donated $5,000 to put them over the top of their goal, and then they went up to a request for $60,000 to cover the surgery. It sounds like his surgery is going to, in the end, cost around $120,000. And she got a lot of backlash from people on Twitter, social media, Instagram, because of her donation being so small. Kylie Jenner is either a billionaire or a near billionaire, and people felt like for someone of her worth, she could have donated a lot more money. A lot of people felt like, why not? If you're that wealthy, why not just donate and enough to have the surgery covered? And it's a plausible argument. I mean, as a lot of people have pointed out, since this whole thing blew up, Kylie Jenner has been big throughout her life of posting all of the pictures, showing off her many multi-million-dollar houses, showing off all the expensive vehicles she buys, all the expensive clothes and jewelry and trips. And there was somebody had talked about her sister. She flew her sister in her $70 million private jet to New York, and then flew the jet back to California while her sister was hanging out with her in New York. And me, being an air traffic controller, I can tell you, if it's a $70 million jet, that is like a Gulfstream or a Global Express. It's a pricey jet. And gas from LA to New York is going to close to cover the cost of this guy's surgery. I mean, it's not cheap to fly around in a large private jet. And that's just fuel, not counting the cost of pilots, the cost of flight attendants if you have somebody to serve you while you're riding on the jet. And you have tweets like this one that were posted. Kylie Jenner, $60,000 for a friend's life. $60,000 for a designer bag. Possibly. And that's the kind of backlash she was facing. It was people that were basically shaming her for being that rich and only donating $5,000. Kylie Jenner, in her defense, she had said that he is not my makeup artist. They had worked together in the past. We don't have a personal relationship. And that was her thing, was she was saying she found out through a friend that this other person she had worked with previously was in an auto accident and was struggling, and that his family had a GoFundMe page. And to her credit, she donated, and she posted information on her Instagram and Twitter feeds about the GoFundMe page. So, I mean, that in itself is a huge deal, because she has, I don't know how many millions of followers, subscribers, but a lot. I mean, she's making, I think, around $1 million per post on Instagram, on social media, because of how many followers she has, how much of an influential reach she has. And so just by her tweeting about it, just by her putting it on her Instagram, it's reaching a great deal of people. And I believe they're close to raising the full $120,000 for the guy's surgery. So in the end, it's a happy story at the end. That the guys need surgery, and it's going to be covered by the generosity of others. You know, you had people that were mad at Kylie Jenner because they were saying she is a billionaire or near billionaire. She's making, estimates are over $400,000 per day on average is what her income is from all of her many sources. And people were saying for the $60,000 fundraiser, which is what it was at when a lot of people went to it and checked it, was she could have just donated the $60,000. Instead, she's putting it on Instagram and Twitter and asking her middle class and lower income fans to donate money, when she's going to be jet setting around on a private jet, living in luxurious multi-million-dollar houses, which she owns, I believe it said 5 or 6 multi-million-dollar houses. Why you need 5 or 6 houses to begin with, regardless of their value, I don't know. But I guess if you're that rich, sometimes you just want to flaunt the wealth. And that's been my issue with a lot of the culture, modern day culture, is not just that people are wealthy, that they're very big on flaunting the wealth. They're very big on making sure you know how well they got it. But, and this is how it came back to bite Kylie Jenner, was fans of hers started saying, why are you showing off all this money you have, and then asking average people with average incomes. Some of her fans are probably teenagers, or probably between the ages of 10 and 17, and don't even have jobs, have no money, have no income. In order for them to donate money, they would have to ask their parents for it to donate money. I mean, there's probably a large following of her fans who are very young. I'm guessing on that part, but I would guess my estimation's pretty accurate. And that's the kerfuffle. People were hitting her on being that rich, not only being that rich, but being that flamboyant about showing off her wealth. And then she donates a lowly $5,000, which is nothing to her. As one person said on Twitter, that would be like if your friend was in need of $20 and you gave him $1.50. That's about what it would equate to. And, but as she said, he's not her friend. He's not her makeup artist. They had known each other in the past when they had worked together. They currently don't have any kind of personal relationship. She doesn't know him, hasn't talked to him, doesn't talk to him regularly, hasn't talked to him since the last time they worked together. But she heard about it, and she donated money. The biggest thing is, bigger than her donating money, is her posting about it on Instagram and Twitter. Honestly, because that gets a lot of notoriety. I mean, honestly, this little YouTube channel I do, if someone like Kylie Jenner posted about my YouTube channel on her Instagram and Twitter, I would suddenly have a lot more views and followers, subscribers. Just the way it goes. I mean, she has people like this, they get paid so much for their social media because they have such a large audience. And they have so much command of that audience to get people to do what they want them to do. To say, follow this, follow that, buy this, don't buy that. A lot of influence. That's why she gets paid the kind of money she does. And as a lot of people I'm sure would say, she's made the money however she makes it, whether modeling or acting or doing her makeup lines or clothing lines or whatever, all products she's involved in. She makes money. It's her choice what she does with the money. You know, and for all the people that are bashing her, I understand why they're bashing her. I understand the angst of you're not only wealthy, but you're flamboyantly showing off your wealth, rubbing it in people's noses. When in the fact of the matter is, I mean, your sisters are wealthy, your parents are wealthy, and other than her dad being Bruce Jenner, formerly Bruce Jenner, now he had a sex change. Caitlyn, I think his name is Caitlyn Jenner now, and that's how I knew them. Was their dad was a former Olympic medalist in the decathlon, I believe, back in the 80s. I remember him being on Wheaties boxes when I was a kid. But as far as the Kardashians and the Jenners, they became somehow famous, rich and famous. They created their own wealth, their own fame. I don't know how. If I did, I would create my own wealth and fame the same way. But it's her money, and she's going to spend it how she spends it. The thing is, if people want to criticize her for it, they also have that right. I mean, when you're in the spotlight the way she is, you just have to accept that some of the things you do are going to draw criticism. It will happen. I would say, because of her posting about it on her social media, is probably one of the reasons why that family is so very close to paying for the surgery for their son, their brother, whoever, and that's in large part due to what she did, because she has such a large reach, and I don't know that I can really criticize her. I mean, she makes the money, she does what she wants with the money, she has to accept the criticism, but in my view, the $5,000 she donated was not much. It wasn't much money to her, but the fact that she posted about it and has such a large reach, I believe that's what was the charitable thing here. She could post about anything and end up bringing a lot more attention to it. Just the way it goes with these celebrities. That's my take. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.